I'm Malcolm Van Delst, and this is an excerpt from How Low Can You Go, Book 5 in the Do the Wrong Thing series. Last time in How Low Can You Go, Ava and Damien got drunk at a dance club. Ava received acceptance letters from both art schools she applied to at second year placement, did acid before an art house movie in Ruliz, and in 2017 pondered people's ability to sift out what is important to remember and what isn't. I've reordered pieces and adjusted chapters from the feedback I got. Thank you. The Hard Messy Answers chapter with the acid trip is now called Add Chapter Title. And we're going to just continue on from where I left off last week. If my roommate Alex comes out of her room to socialize, we go drinking. Mercy Street has a second location near our house. When we have money, we go there. Like me, Alex is on welfare. She supplements hers with under-the-table house cleaning. I have a friend named AJ, tall, rangy, geeky, and naive, younger than me by about 5 years, long hair. He's one of those always smiling, always happy people. He plays guitar. I met him through Black Radis, the guy I'm making the music video with. Even if I don't go to U of Arbor anymore, my student ID still works to take out equipment. I'm guessing that will end in June. As I said, I've branched out and go to shows by local bands, which I usually hate, both the shows and the bands. Weak and wannabe, rebellious, white bread, milquetoast, earnest. Even when they put on underground shows, the cafes they use are upscale and clean, and the audience packed in is, well, probably University of Arbor students. No docks, not much leather. They're all school children playing. Zero danger, zero edge, zero heart. A lot of people my age are earnest in Arbor because it's a don't make waves, don't get into trouble, don't draw attention while I sit at my civil servant job and collect a paycheck for 2 days of work a week while I get paid for 5, of which the other 3 days I sit and stare out the window or gossip kind of town. If I'm an MP or better, worse, siphon off taxpayers' money into my own accounts, the amount taken directly proportional to high up in the governmental structure I am. That kind of capital city. A month before the event I'm about to recount, AJ took me to visit a friend of his. It was an unusually warm day, sunny, full of joy, the way those surprise hot days are in the spring. He took me to the second floor of a house in the grungy, rough, and lawless East End where the Francophones live. I rarely venture past the music club Great Étienne or the Repertoire Cinema. No one would consider either of these establishments East. Anyway, here I am with AJ on this beautiful summer-like day in Lagny. It doesn't register that we're in the bad part of town because the street we walk up is tree-lined and the house we approach well-kept. And I suppose I'm with wholesome, fresh-faced, and happy AJ. We go up the back steps to an apartment. The moment I see his friend, the moment she sees me, we stare. Carrie, I say, wow, how are you? Fantastic, she says, as AJ and I enter her kitchen. AJ watches, big smile on his face, as always. In elementary school, I was afraid of Carrie. She was loud, bold, and, well, bad. When I was in grade 8 and she grade 6, she'd been expelled. I didn't see the presentation that caused this, but everyone talked about it. She'd given a talk on how babies are made, full of swear words like fuck and cunt, with illustrations she'd drawn. She didn't get to finish. Lol. I never saw her again. She still stands with a challenging stance, chin up, one hand on her hip and chest jutting forward. She's beautiful. Large, wide-set eyes and a wide face. I wonder if that's why she's confrontational. A prominent, arresting face on a small, thin body, like a stop sign. Looking back, she'd probably been molested or raped, but at the time, I didn't think about that. I only knew that I should keep a hallway's width between me and her if our paths met. Right now, she wears an oversized, lightweight sweater and rubber boots. She looks ready to muck out some stables. No, to pose for a country charm photo shoot. Her demeanor has softened. She's morphed into a good old country girl any farm boy would be proud to introduce to his parents. Well, there's still energy crackling around her. Carrie trains horses, AJ tells me. Cool. Horses. That's kind of upscale. Yep, Carrie chirps. Well, her voice is buttery, full, low registers. She doesn't chirp. Man, has she turned out. Brock Farms, she snaps, a hint of the sneer, I remember. I smile, but after she left St. Patrick's, I completely forgot about her or put her out of my mind. Wherever she ended up, it wasn't going to be good. Yet, she should be wearing docks and leather and. Oh. But it's different for me. I was a good student. I never smoked, not then anyway. I was a virgin. I stare at a girl my mom would love, be proud to introduce as her daughter. How did Carrie not end up a drug addict, a welfare. Oh, she looks happy, secure. I don't look happy and secure, even if I know I am somewhere or will be when I get to art school. She still has zero use for me, her eyes say. I was of no use to her then, and I'm no use to her now, she's assumed correctly. I'll never see Carrie again, and soon I won't see AJ either. AJ, his friend Perry, my roommate Damien, and I go drinking at this secondary Mercy Street location. Damien often steals food when we're here, food left on tables by other customers, so I guess it's not theft. Dumpster diving before it hits the dumpster. I don't have the courage, or I couldn't stand how people would look at me if I did that, even while feeling superior to them. I still want the approval of everyone. I'd love free food. I'm not squeamish about fries left by a stranger, still warm, but I can't bring myself to dumpster dive in public. I laugh at Damien when he does this. Laugh, not sneer. Alex and I bike to the pub, so when we leave with the plan of going back to our place to drink some more, we double AJ and his friend on our bikes. Damien has bailed and gone home. We're feeling pretty good, not stupid drunk. Okay, we're stupid drunk, almost falling over, shrieking with laughter. I stay on the sidewalk with Perry, but Alex and AJ take the road. Suddenly there's a car coming. AJ and I scream at Alex to stop, but instead she wobbles into its path. Whomp! Alex and AJ on the ground. As the cops interview the driver and Alex, AJ stands close to me, repeating quietly, like he can't believe it. She swerved into the car. I glance at him. He's smiling, of course. And I smile, trying to make sense of what I'm hearing. An ambulance arrives. She said we and turned right into the car, AJ continues. His tone is insistent. Trying to process. Alex has never, ever seemed even remotely suicidal. She likes to drink and draw in her room, sure. But her drinking is nothing like Greg and the nerd crew. She never even wants to go to those parties. Kind of like AJ and his smiling, Alex is always laughing. Ava, AJ grabs my arm. She tried to kill herself with me on the bike. I stare at his disbelieving, still smiling face. I can't believe it either. He might as well be saying, Ava, you've turned into a horse. Then I get angry. Alex tried to kill herself with my friend on her bike. She didn't think about AJ, my friend. It's one thing to kill yourself, but to arbitrarily take someone, my friend, with you? I don't know why I care about AJ so much. Perhaps because he's younger and smiles all the time, like my little brother Luke. How dare she? Alice comes back from the hospital the next day with her arm in a cast and a concussion. And I never see AJ again.